Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Vita, your family's favorite realtor specializing in East Cobb and the northern suburbs of Metro Atlanta. So if you're new here, be sure to hit subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you'll never miss a video. Today, we're going to tackle the topic of 55 plus communities, what they are, who can live in them, and what the rule means for you and your family. This is a question I get all the time from clients who are curious about active adult living, so let's jump right in. What is a 55 plus community? What exactly are they? Well, they're often called active adult communities designed primarily for residents who are at least 55 years old. The idea is to create a neighborhood catering to the older adults, or like I like to say, the seasoned adults, offering amenities like clubhouses, fitness centers, walking trails, and social activities that fit this stage of life. So federal guidelines, specifically the Housing for Older Persons Act, HOPA, also allows these communities to legally set age restrictions to ensure they meet the at least one occupant must be 55 or older rule in each unit. So that said, these communities can have their own specific regulations, so the age and rules can vary slightly from place to place. So let's go a little bit deeper. Like, what does all of that mean? Can someone younger than 55 live in a 55 plus community? That's one big question I hear a lot. The short answer is, it depends. Many 55 plus communities have policies that allow a spouse or a partner under 55 to live in the house as long as one occupant is 55 or older. However, each community is different. I'm going to say that a lot. So you'll need to check back and check with their specific bylaws at that community. Some communities are a little bit more flexible and let a percentage of units be occupied by people younger than 55, maybe like 20% of the total residents, for instance. But what are we going to do? We're always going to verify the details with the homeowners association, or the HOA as we like to call it, or the property management before making a move. Okay, so here's another one. My child is under 18. Can I move into a 55 plus community? That's another common concern. Can they live with me in a 55 plus community if they're under 18? And generally, the answer is typically no. Most 55 plus communities have strict rules prohibiting anyone under 18 or even under a specified older age from permanently living in the unit. The core idea is to maintain an adult-focused environment. However, occasional visits by children are usually fine. Holidays, summer vacations, weekends, things like that. But again, each community has their own guidelines. Some might allow visits up to a certain number of days per year. So if you have minors living with you, a typical standard 55 plus community might not be the best fit. However, what are we going to do? We'll always confirm the specifics with the HOA or management. Okay, here's another question I get. Can my grandchildren come and visit me? Yes, of course. In most states, your grandchildren are absolutely welcome to visit. These communities aren't anti-kid, they just don't allow minors to be permanent residents. Now, many places even have grandkid-friendly amenities like pools, guest parking, or holiday events designed with visiting grandchildren in mind. So here's the major tip. You've heard me say it, but I want to make sure you always check the community's guest policy. Some have limits like up to 30 days or 60 days in a year. It's best to know the rules up front so you can enjoy a worry-free family holiday or visit. Remember, I want you to always check with the HOA, the community rules, or property management prior to finalizing any decision you make on any of the 55 plus communities if that's where you're looking to go. But comment below with any experiences that you've had or any questions that you have about 55 plus communities. I like to answer those. These are the questions that I've been getting, so I figured I'd start with these, but if there's more that I haven't covered, I'll be happy to do a video on those questions that I may get as well. Another question that I get is, what if the 55 plus person passes away? And this is really, really important, but it can be tough to think about. So if they pass away, can their younger spouse or their child or their relative inherit and live in the property? Again, the answer is going to vary by community because there's no one answer that fits all, as we've been hearing and as we know. So what I want you to take particular note of, though, and this is extremely, extremely important, some have rules about the surviving spouse that will allow a younger partner that's already living in the home to stay, even if they're under 55. But others may require the younger occupant to sell. And that's key. That's super important to know beforehand. So if a child or a beneficiary inherits the property but doesn't meet the age requirement, they might not be able to occupy it. They can still own it and rent it and sell it depending on the HOA rules. So always check, but some policies will require them to move. What you want to do is check all the policies before you buy, especially in the 55 plus community, to ensure your long-term stability for your loved ones. So I did mention that you were able to maybe rent it if that happened. I want to make sure you know that some communities don't allow rentals, because that's another question I get. Can I rent the property to someone under 55? I own it and I'm over 55, they might say, but can I rent it to someone younger? Most cases, the community bylaws or the HOA are going to have strict detail and guidelines on the rental occupancy. They might require at least one of the residents be over 55 as a renter, and some may say absolutely not in the rental stipulations. Others might have a cap on how many units they can allow as rentals at any given time. So if you're thinking about buying a 55 plus property as an investment, be sure to read the rules carefully, because some communities require specific things. Some are quite restrictive when it comes to renting out units to maintain their intended age demographic. So is a 55 plus community right for you? So how would you know? How would you know if the 55 plus community is right for you? It really depends on your lifestyle. If you want a quiet neighborhood with people of a similar lifestyle or life stage, along with age-focused amenities and social clubs and lower maintenance, then a 55 plus community can be fantastic. The environment is typically laid back and neighborly, perfect for those who want an active but relaxed lifestyle. But on the flip side, if you have younger family members living with you and you need more flexibility with visitors, or you want a broader age range in your neighborhood, then a 55 plus community might feel too restrictive. Make sure to consider your local community and your social preferences, your future plans, and your family situation before deciding on any place. It's just not about age, it's also about the quality of life. And that's it. That was your crash course on the 55 plus community. We've covered what they are, who can live there, how grandchildren and grandchildren can visit, inheritance rules, and more. But if you still have questions, leave me a comment below or feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm always here to help you navigate the world of real estate in East Cobb and North Metro Atlanta and beyond. So again, I just want to make it abundantly clear. Rules can vary from state to state and community to community. So anytime you have any questions about a specific place, even if you're moving from one state to another, don't think that one rule fits all. Check with your HOA, maybe a real estate attorney, and the local guidelines. So if you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please make sure to like this video and subscribe for more real estate tips and community spotlights. Share this with a friend who might be considering a 55 plus community. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.